said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Mississippi State about to put it away as we start the festivities. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So South Carolina's offense comes onto the field first today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from
just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Longo. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll run play action. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He'll keep it himself. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
They'll go with a direct snap. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well,
This offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they turn it into a defensive score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Zings it complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Got his man on the right. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long. It's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Unloads quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Got a little space. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2, can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical, got to break tackles, got to go through people, whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
And it's so hard to contain this guy with all those options he has and the experience at the quarterback spot. But nice job by the defense limiting the damage. Didn't give up a huge gain.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Marshall. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal.
Get set, get set.
They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. And they'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some room for the quarterback to run. He wants it all. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the point after is good. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying play action. Quickly to the tight end. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the 1st time tonight. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
This is a great play by the defensive back, and I think one of the hardest things to do as a DB is you're covering a receiver deep down the field, your back's to the play, and you've got to turn your shoulder, locate the football, and then swat it away. That DB did an outstanding job in coverage.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Tripped up for the tackle. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Wants to throw on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. Hard running there. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the...
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Still running at the 40. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Slithers into space. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. They stop him right at the 25-yard line. That's well short of the first down. Certainly in field goal range, but let's see what they do here.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Going for the marker on the ground. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And those 4th and 3, 4th and 4 situations are really tough. Is it a passing situation? Is it a running situation? I really got to see my keys, go get it. Defense was just a step slow. They give up the 4th down run.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it out. It's Daniels. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Punts it out of the air. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Caught near the sticks. It's Stewart. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Back to pass on second down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
A nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route, coming from the slot receiver to get the completion.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. grab near the marker. It's Stewart. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Pulls it in. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense got him at the 27.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Off play action on 1st down. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable 1st half so far in Starkville. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the 1st half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Gamecocks will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being...
Oh, he's got some space. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got his man down the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. He was doing everything he could. Got away from one guy, but not that next one, and he came up short.
Yeah, he needed a few more extra efforts to find a way to make that happen. Nice catch. Nice job breaking the first tackle, but couldn't get rid of the next guy and get that extra yardage needed for the first down.
They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Trying to keep this drive alive. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down.
I love the aggressive nature on offense here. You're winning this game. A lot of coaches would choose to punt on that fourth down and just go play defense and try to ice this thing, but not them. They're going to try to leave their offense out there. That's the third fourth down they've been able to convert.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on first down and a quarterback hit on second down. Got to do a better job.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Steps away to find some room. A strike downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
How about that job after the catch on a critical third down? He's able to make people miss. He's able to use his speed. Ball was thrown out in front of him so he could advance it, and all of a sudden, this offense set up first and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Excellent pass by the back on the option. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Louisville rolled to victory. And how about that Cardinals quarterback? Remember, this is a program that produced Lamar Jackson. So to gush about a play caller there, that's saying something. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking for a man. It's Carter. Catch in the middle. It's Stewart. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Gamecocks are rolling down the field.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
Fires to the big fella. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quick strike complete. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll try to do it himself. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
Pass interference.
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here and save my quarterback and bail him out.
That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Loss of 3. Brings up 2nd down.
We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Meyer. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Corrals it at the 45. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Here's the pressure. Grabbed in the middle. It's Longo. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Meyer. Gets it to the back. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Now the pitch. Jukes his way for more. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Wants to throw on third. Hauls it in. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Gets it out quickly. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not.
There he goes. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the air, it's Meyer. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you could see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Vanderbilt is going to walk off the field there in Nashville with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, trailing late. They've got to get to work here. He'll start this drive firing. Bringing the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass, it's Carter. Unloads to the right. And they can't make the connection. The timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted, messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But
he lofted high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Fires on the move. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're...
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Here comes the heat. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a field goal game. Back to throw, it's Carter. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He's inside the 40. The 20. He just set sail from the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return.
I love the effort by the field goal unit. They don't just take the play off. They don't hang their heads. They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their hand up, get a paw on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
Just over a minute and a half to play as they line up for the onside kick in what is likely their last gasp in this game. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. 3rd down coming. They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line, well within field goal range, but let's see what they do on this 4th down.
Yeah, and I think on that 3rd down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a 4th down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together, down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting your biggest playmakers.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in the groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us.